Hello, I've taken a trip down to the woods at Chatelherault in search of some real giants. This tree behind me always makes people ask questions. They ask what's its name, where did it come from and how did it get here? Now the answer to the first question isn't all that straightforward because its name changes depending on what country you're in. Here in the UK it is known as the Wellingtonia, named in honour of the Duke of Wellington's defeat of Napoleon at Waterloo. But in its native California it is known as the giant redwood or the giant sequoia, and it was named after a Cherokee Indian chief called Sequoia. This also answers the second question, where did they come from? These trees are from the Sierra Nevada in California, and it was in these groves of trees that the first seeds were collected by a Scottish plant hunter called John Muir. Over 150 years ago in the 1850s, John Muir collected seeds from these groves and brought them back to Scotland. And it was from these seeds that the first sequoias were planted as exotic trees by wealthy landowners in their estates, including the Dukes of Hamilton here at Chatelherault. These trees are truly massive in their native California, but even here in Scotland they dwarf the surrounding woodlands, towering above the other trees. The tallest sequoia in California is the General Sherman, and it's nearly 300 feet tall, and to put that in context, that's 100 feet taller than the county buildings in Hamilton. The General Sherman has a circumference of 30 metres, whereas this giant sequoia is only 5 metres, so this one's still a baby in comparison. The thick spongy bark of the sequoia tree helps to protect it from forest fires. These fires sweep through the groves of sequoias, killing all the other plants and trees in the woodland, but don't affect the giant sequoia. It's amazing that the sequoia relies on the heat from these fires to help open up the ripened cones and scatter the seeds. This means that when the seeds fall onto the newly burned earth, they don't have to compete for light and nutrients with other trees and plants, and it gives them a head start at this delicate stage in their life. The forest fires can't reach up to the tops of the trees because they're so tall, so they don't get burnt, and the thick bark stops the lower parts of the trees from burning. This unique lifestyle and the ability to survive forest fires means that giant sequoias can live to a very old age. Some of the giant sequoias are thousands of years old, and there's one called the Muir snag, which is 3,500 years old. The Muir snag is a giant sequoia in the Sierra Nevada in California that was named after the American Scots naturalist John Muir, who emigrated to America from Dunbar near Edinburgh at the age of 11. John Muir dedicated his life to discovering and conserving the last remaining sequoia groves in the Sierra Nevada, and it was because of John Muir's campaigning and writing that the National Park System in America was set up, and that these last remaining groves of giant sequoias were saved for future generations. It's amazing to think that John Muir, who saved the giant sequoias of North America, is now inspiring young people back here in Scotland to do the same. The John Muir Award is an environmental award open to young people, and it encourages them to discover, explore, conserve and share their experiences of wild places. Today we've got a group from Universal Connections in Hamilton who are working on their John Muir Award, and they're doing a great job for us today, copsing this ancient woodland here at Chatelherault Country Park. Now, Megan, can you tell us a little bit about the 4 challenges that are involved in the award?
Well, we're going out and we're discovering new places and exploring it, and we're conserving it. Well, we're helping to conserve it, and we're going out and we're sharing our knowledge and experience with other people and that.
That's fantastic. That's exactly what John Muir did when you think about it. He went out into the wilderness, discovered new forests, he wrote about them, gave lectures, and in that way he helped to conserve them for future generations. Stephen, could you tell us a little bit about what you're doing in the woodlands here at Chatelherault?
Copsing the woodland, which is over 200 years old.
All right, so and could you run us through what copsing actually means? That's a big fancy term.
You cut the tree down to its base without killing it, and then it grows new shoots.
Right. So that means we get to use the wood that we've produced, but it's also good for wildlife as well. That's fantastic. What a fantastic story. These giant sequoias were planted as exotic ornamentals by the Dukes of Hamilton here at Chatelherault, and John Muir, who helped conserve these trees in their native America and also set up the national park system there, is still inspiring new generations of people to look after their native forests. If you'd like to find out more about the John Muir Conservation Award, log on to their website, or you could just come along to Chatelherault and experience the giant sequoias for yourself. Look forward to seeing you. Cheerio!